The Super Bowl might have ended, but the drama after the event is the new talk in town. What is here to talk about is nothing other than how music queen Beyoncé caused sales problems for music icon Usher after the Super Bowl event, which should have favored Usher a lot. All of these might have gone down a little, but the reactions of entertainment media, including Forbes, celebrities, and fans, have turned the situation into a tug of war. And now Usher himself has responded to the occurrence. In today's video, we will be revealing the drama behind the camera. What went wrong between Beyoncé and Usher? And the little things you might have missed about them before. The gist we are to uncover is beyond what you might have thought. Let's get the twists unfolded. Usher is one of the world's known musicians, with over 13 million followers on Instagram and several soundtracks on billboards. The musician has made hit after hit in his R&B niche and has several awards to his name. This year's Super Bowl halftime show should have been a perfect way to showcase to the world what he has for us creatively. And unfortunately, he lost the grounds to Beyoncé. To many people's surprise, this scenario didn't erupt from Beyoncé's direct performance, but an invitation from Verizon. The mobile company secured a spot to showcase its commercial, and it deemed it much better to hire Beyoncé to take up its awesome performance to the world. And as expected, Beyoncé unraveled another level of professionalism. She lifted the audience's spirit with her speaking prowess and elegance. And that was where Bey chipped in some personal words to the world.
Beyoncé breaks the internet, but can she break Verizon?
Broken?
Verizon has an advert saying Beyoncé can break the internet. But can she break Verizon's 5G internet? The advert has Beyoncé giving an Oscar-worthy performance, which alone was enough to steal the show. But Beyoncé said to herself, no, that isn't enough, while mentioning at the end of the clip that the world should be ready for her with her words, "Drop the new music." Not so long after Verizon's commercial on the Super Bowl, Beyoncé announced a new album to be revealed to the world in March. But she released 2 songs out of the whole album. The 2 songs, Texas Hold'em and 16 Carriages, became ripples in the charts. And since their release, the 2 have ruled iTunes and made more headlines. Usher instead should be the main appraised artist after the Super Bowl show, since he gave a wonderful performance. And this year's show was a major tribute to his art. With this, Usher has lost one of a musician's yearly advantages, getting the main focus after the Super Bowl halftime show. Usher had quite some gains from the show, but the fact that Beyoncé made use of her opportunity than Usher in the show is the problem here. The street has responded to all of these, with some saying Beyoncé didn't steal any spot. Usher shouldn't be offended, and some mentioned that Beyoncé and Jay-Z were up to something. Let us not also forget that Usher even broke the record for the most watched show. But it seems that wasn't enough for him. While there are no records of Usher uttering or showing any direct displeasure at the event, it is inevitable for him not to feel bad. On the CBS Sunday morning interview session, Usher talked about his expectations of the Super Bowl halftime show and how he was looking forward to the exciting rewards of being on the show.
I talked to you about future residency and other things like that. It's like, I'll consider all of that after the Super Bowl. I told you, I don't really choose to celebrate that much.
On the show, too, he talked about how the experience is important to his career and that he is also releasing a new album soon. Who wouldn't go sour when things go south? Also, there are links that Beyoncé's act was intentional by the duo of Jay-Z and Beyoncé, and the whole situation was pre-planned to flop him off the headlines after the show. Kanye West also did a commercial on the spot, but it was only a video of him encouraging the world to patronize his fashion store. This also sparked some controversies, as he only presented a video clip of himself talking without additional edits or pictures of his product. Kanye West, for who he is, however, still rocked the town with the clip.
And it's my commercial, and since we spent all the money on the commercial spot.
You can call the video bizarre, but Kanye's Yeezy.com earned millions over the commercial. This also contributed to a few things that turned people a little away from Usher's performance. Kanye also explained that the commercial was done in such a way because he had exhausted the budget meant for the ads just to secure a spot in the Super Bowl halftime show, and there was no choice but to go raw on camera. At this point, Let us get deeper into the whole scenario and connect the dots.
She has more Grammys than everyone and never won Album of the Year. So even by your own metrics, that doesn't work.
A few days ago, during the 2024 Grammy Awards, Jay-Z had called out the Record Academy for some irregularities toward Beyoncé. He mentioned that Beyoncé has 88 nominations and recently broke the record of the highest Grammy Award by an artist. Yet she cannot win an Album of the Year award. He further encouraged the Academy towards sincerity and adequate monitoring of their award nominations. All of these that he said were simply more out of his relationship with Beyoncé, and not that he believes the Academy is doing anything wrong. However, on second thought, Jay-Z might indirectly manipulate Grammy Awards into considering Beyoncé for this year's Album of the Year award category. We should also know that Jay-Z is part of the backbone supporting and organizing Super Bowl halftime shows. With all of these, Beyoncé's actions might be an intentional promotion towards her next album, at least to complete her lifetime achievement of winning the category. Texas Hold'em and 16 Carriages are on the charts as expected, ranking higher than any of Usher's latest releases. Another word on the street is that the stunt erupted from the allegations of Diddy, and how Jay-Z had turned his back on him since the allegations came in. Usher stayed with Diddy for more than 10 years, and Diddy was an important part of his life. Jay-Z was also Diddy's BFF, and the two individuals had tight connections until the incident. When Jay-Z was asked to talk about Diddy's situation, he refused to utter any word about the allegation, nor did he support Diddy in any way, since Usher is one of Diddy's products. The tension of Jay-Z not supporting Diddy publicly might have stirred troubles between Usher and the Jay-Z families. This can be more of the reason for the quick assumption that Beyoncé's family is trying to overshadow him intentionally instead of just seeing it as a normal occurrence. Also, people expected Usher to give a disdainful comment about the occurrence, but he has not since talked about anything. While this is speculation, this might be what is happening behind doors. On the other hand, maybe Usher's fans are just trying to add more sauce to the R&B icon by intentionally dragging these all around. One of those incidents you should know about is his recent fight with Chris Brown, where the artist got bruised and had blood oozing out of his mouth from punches. Through some leaked clips, the street could see clearly and confirm there was truly a physical fight, but the cause of the fight is still unconfirmed. There are talks about Tiana Taylor, who was also at the party. This happened at Chris Brown's 34th birthday party, which Usher hosted himself in Las Vegas. Soon after some moments, Chris Brown got close to him and knocked on his door. The news got soaked within social media walls as many claimed that both Usher and Tiana knew that Chris Brown was a little aggressive. They also mentioned how Rihanna was a victim and how Usher could have avoided that by actually moving back from Chris. When this happened, we all thought it would resurface again after the Super Bowl show performance for people to compare the two musicians about their acts or mention how one is greater than the other. But none came. Also, there are words that all of these happened because of the controversies surrounding Beyoncé lately. After the 2024 Grammy Awards glamour, the street has been filled with whether Jay-Z and Beyoncé are still together, and perhaps their marriage might end soon. But the situation becomes tougher to predict with each day of cooperative online uploads on social media, with the addition of Blue Ivy, who is just coming into the limelight of fame. Controversies came in when some fans recounted that Beyoncé didn't look happy in her beautiful appearance at the 2024 Grammy Awards, and that Jay-Z only talked about her not receiving an album award just to make her feel loved. Serious concerns have been towards Jay-Z as he had several issues concerning children out of wedlock. While none of these children have been officially accepted by Jay-Z, the news has stormed the entertainment industry over the weeks. This chain reaction of extended gist about Beyoncé might cause the exaggerated stealing of the lights of the Super Bowl halftime show. Down the weeks, too, Nicki Minaj talked down on Megan Thee Stallion over her involvement with some people in the industry. She feels it is disrespectful of her for Megan Thee Stallion to get on with other people, especially people she sees as lesser than her.
All of y'all, for some reason, when y'all are around certain people,
Nicki Minaj threw many indirect punches at the Jay-Z family through her words and tweets. She once said, "You know how many tweets I have seen about you disrespecting me? Idiot. Y'all are all around certain people, and y'all feel that you have all this power. Why then will y'all have an affiliation to Jay-Z in some ways? You all should stop disrespecting me or underrating me." This might sound innocent, but it sounds like, why should I fear the Jay-Z families when we are together? Beyoncé took that and some other tweets and combined them. Rather than go all out, she remained so much gentle and controlled. All of these contributed to the overall shouts about Beyoncé. If Usher had all of this trending news before, he would have been reported to have overshadowed Beyoncé instead, as they claim. On that same stand, Rihanna was present to show love to Usher, alongside several other celebrities during the Super Bowl halftime show. Rihanna said,
Usher is a natural. He's a legend. He's been doing this since he's a teenager. Like he's made for that show.
All of which was even an understatement of Usher's performance, artistry, and intelligent concepts at the Super Bowl halftime show. Whether Beyoncé had come in to take up the shine or not, Usher gained more profit from the show, and he is grateful he had the opportunity to grace the occasion. If Usher is unhappy about Beyoncé's intervention during the whole show, Usher should act like a man and believe that we can never have all we want. Subscribe, like, and comment on this video, and we will be back as soon as there is another celebrity gist to take you on.